Hello! Welcome to the first part of the fourth tutorial. We will be working on the bedroom shot here. The idea is to create an evening image with artificial lighting inside and some blue skylight coming from outside. I would like to create a romantic atmosphere by adding some detail and tone of colors. Open the scene number 5 and have a look inside. I've prepared some bedroom assets which I got from the Dimensiva store. I will copy them to my scene. Please choose your set and merge it into your scene as well. Let's position the bed between the windows and the corridor. I want to see the wardrobe and the corridor in the camera view. Place the camera in the top view and align the target. The wide focal length doesn't look good here, but when we make it more narrow, we're coming outside the walls. There's a simple solution to this. Enable camera clipping in the camera settings and set up near value. Then adjust the focal length to be more narrow. To make our life easier, we will use the composition script again. I want to have the bed at the edge of the wall in 1/3. The height of the lamp looks good, so we'll just make it longer and rotate a bit. Even if the painting is aligned with the bed, it appears that it is not. We have to move it to the right a bit. And that's it. See you in the next video. As always, we'll start by overriding materials. Add a Firayi sky map to the environment slot. Lock the viewport on the camera view. Open a Firayi sky map in the material editor. Set up the intensity and the color of the sky. Exclude the pendant model, as we need this real material to be able to set the light of the lamp. We're going to add light to the pendant. Place the sphere light into the bulbs. Adjust the intensity of the lights. When we make the lights brighter, the bulbs are overexposed. To fix this, we will create one set of lights only for the lamp and another one to lighten everything else. Let's start by including only the lamp. We will have to do the opposite right now. Add lights and exclude them from the bulbs. Actually, a better idea would be to copy existing lights. Just make them larger and move outside. Adjust color and value. Now we will copy the lights to the other side of the bed. We can set it up using the rest layer. Lastly, we will add light to the bathroom, which will come through the doors. Add some rectangle lights. Lighting is so important in creating the atmosphere. Keep this in mind when creating your images. The color, the intensity, and the type of the lights, everything matters. The warm light in the inside, in contrast to the cold light from the sky, makes the interior seem to be a bit more cozy and homely. Whereas the light coming from the bathroom creates the feeling that somebody could be inside. It gives some mystery to the image. After the lights are set up, let's use some LUT effect. We will make it less intense and adjust other values like in previous examples. Let's make further adjustments to the lights. Move the lights further away from the wall to make them more soft. Adjust the colors and intensities of the lights. All done! See you in the next video. In the third part, we will focus on the materials. We will start by turning off the material override option. Firstly, we will focus on the walls. We will make them white. Between 180 and 200 is fine. Whiter than 200 looks unnatural. Then, start interactive rendering. Because the materials affect lighting, we need to adjust exposure. We will apply similar material to the skirting board. Use the same color and make it matte reflective. The glossiness value around 0.7 works best. Now it's time for the carpet material. It will be the most advanced so far. Let's start by applying a new material to the carpet model. I have two textures to begin with. Black and white, which we'll use as a displacement map, and normal map for the bump. You can easily find similar textures on textures.com or even on Google. When you have them, drag and drop them to the material editor. We will plug the displacement map to the diffuse slot, so just check the scale. Use the UVW map modifier to map the texture correctly to the model. When you are more or less happy with the scale, add a V-Ray displacement modifier and plug our grayscale map to the text map slot. One meter is definitely too big. Lower the value to about 1 centimeter. Next, plug bump map to the bump slot. The normal map will add a lot of detail. Now we will add some variations to the displacement. This map will simulate the carpet's fabrics bending in different directions. The scale of this map will be different, so change the map channel to 2 and apply another UVW map modifier. Also change the channel to 2. Then set up a correct scale. We'll use this texture in a mix map to blend two variations of our displacement texture, darker and brighter. Use color correction maps to create them now. The variations are too strong. we'll use another color correction to lower the contrast of the variations map. Looks great! Now we're going to work on color. Find the texture you like and plug it into the diffuse slot. Map channel 2 works fine here, but you can use another channel with another UVW map. We will use another variation map to differentiate the color. Use the same technique we use creating displacement. The carpet is done. There's too much light coming from outside, so we will use the same techniques as in the living room tutorial and create some boxes to block the light of the sky. The second box will block the white wall from bouncing the interior light back. This will create a nice contrast in the scene. Use a dark color. Lastly, we will apply simple wood material to the wardrobe. All done! See you in the next video. In this part, we will add some story to the image. You can add humans to the image even without showing them. Here I want to create an impression that a lady is getting ready to get out in the bathroom. Her dress is waiting for her lying on the bed. I explained this before. You create this feeling by adding light coming from the bathroom. We'll start with a dress and shoes. Find the assets and merge them into your scene. I will use the FFD modifier to place the dress on the bed correctly. When the placement is correct, we will add some color to the dress. We will go with triadic color scheme: blue, yellow, and red. So the dress will be red. It also matches my idea of creating a more romantic, and mysterious atmosphere. Use the fall-off map as we do every time when creating fabric materials. We will also add some shiny reflection to make it look more like an evening dress. Next, we will add some clock on the small table, so it's not so empty. Lastly, we will place the cloths and assets into the wardrobe. That's it. Great work. We are ready to set up the final render. See you in the next video. In this part, we will add some story to the image. You can add humans to the image even without showing them. Here I want to create an impression that a lady is getting ready to get out in the bathroom. Her dress is waiting for her lying on the bed. I explained this before. You create this feeling by adding light coming from the bathroom. We'll start with a dress and shoes. Find the assets and merge them into your scene. I will use the FFD modifier to place the dress on the bed correctly.